Hey, digital warrior. Do you ever feel like you're drowning in chaos? Notifications buzzing, deadlines looming. Your mind ping-ponging between regrets of the past and fears of the future. You're not alone. In a world moving faster than we can breathe, a forgotten ancient philosophy quietly offers a lifeline. It's not a trend. It's not a hack. It's the discipline of the Stoics, philosophers who lived thousands of years ago, yet whose words feel more relevant today than ever before. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. These weren't ivory tower thinkers. They were warriors, emperors, ex-slaves, men who faced wars, exile, disease, betrayal, and yet they remained unshakable, grounded, free. And now their wisdom is coming to you, not as theory, but as daily practices, tools, rituals, a Stoic operating system for the modern world. This isn't going to be a boring history lesson. It's a transformation. In the next few minutes, I'll take you through 7 daily Stoic practices that are brutally effective, not in some mystical, magical way, but in a daily, gritty, soul-forging kind of way. These are the habits that'll sharpen your focus, regulate your emotions, and give you the kind of inner peace no algorithm can shake. And don't worry, you won't need to move to the mountains, meditate in silence for hours, or delete all your social media. You just need the will to start. So if you've ever wanted to build a stronger mind, live with intention, and stop being controlled by every external event, this is your wake-up call. This is the journey of self-mastery, one daily choice at a time. Let's begin. Practice 1. The morning premeditation before the noise, before the chaos, before your feet even hit the floor. There's a moment, a fragile, golden moment, and most people waste it. They grab their phones, check likes, chase dopamine, and let the outside world hijack their peace before the day even begins. But the Stoics, they turned that moment into a ritual, a sacred act of mental armor. They called it premeditation mellorum, the premeditation of evils. And no, it's not about being negative. It's about being unbreakable. Imagine this. You sit at the edge of your bed. The light hasn't changed. The world is quiet. And you ask yourself, what could go wrong today? Your mind begins to paint the possible futures. Maybe your client cancels. Maybe traffic wrecks your timing. Maybe someone you love disappoints you. Maybe you disappoint yourself. And then you go deeper. You picture it, feel it, own it. You imagine the embarrassment, the anger, the anxiety, the temptation to react, lash out, break down. And in that stillness, you train. You ask, if that happens, how will I respond like a Stoic? You see yourself breathing through discomfort, responding with reason, staying calm when others collapse, unshaken. This isn't a passive, what if? It's mental preparation. The same way a soldier drills before battle, the Stoic sharpens their soul before life attacks. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Today I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. They are mine by nature, but I will not be harmed." He didn't wake up expecting bliss. He expected adversity. And in that expectation, he found freedom, because when you expect friction, you're not shocked by it. You're ready for it. This is where modern people suffer. We believe a good day is one without problems. The Stoics knew better. A good day isn't one where nothing goes wrong. A good day is one where you don't fall apart when it does. So here's your new morning ritual. Before anything else, sit. Visualize your day, going sideways. See it all, feel it all. Then mentally rehearse your response. With strength, with dignity, with reason. 5 minutes. That's all. But those 5 minutes can change how you handle everything. Because when life hits, and it will, you won't flinch. You'll face it like a warrior. Because you've already been here, in your mind, in silence, before the world ever saw you move. Practice 2. The discipline of perception. You don't control what happens, but you control what it means. That's the Stoic law of perception. It's not some motivational fluff. It's psychological warfare. Because if you don't take control of your internal narrative, something else will. Your fear, your trauma, your insecurity, the stories your mind tells you when you're tired, emotional, reactive. Those stories shape your reality. And most people never realize they're optional. Epictetus, born a slave and crippled in youth, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And reaction starts with interpretation. A Stoic doesn't just react to events. They reframe them, constantly, aggressively. Like mental alchemists, turning pain into power. Let's say someone insults you in a meeting. Your instinct says, "They embarrassed me. I look weak. I need to fight back." But pause, zoom out, reframe. Ask, is this really about me? Am I harmed, or is this just my ego screaming? Can this be an opportunity to model restraint? To stay centered when others spin out? Suddenly the insult loses its grip. You're no longer playing defense. You've taken command of the narrative. That's perception discipline. And it applies everywhere. You lose a deal, it's training in patience. Someone cuts you off in traffic, a test of presence. A friend betrays you, a chance to build inner loyalty. This isn't pretending bad things are good. It's realizing that nothing is inherently bad or good until you assign it meaning. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't be." How? By choosing the story. And that's what this practice demands. Relentless inner awareness, constant reframing, radical ownership of your thoughts. Start here. Every time you feel a spike, anger, fear, jealousy, disappointment, pause. Don't react. Interrogate the story. Ask, what am I telling myself right now? Is this the only possible interpretation? What story would make me stronger instead of weaker? Over time, you'll start to notice something remarkable. The world hasn't changed. People are still disappointed. Plans still fall through. Stress still arrives. But you don't collapse anymore. Because you've trained yourself to lead with clarity, not emotion. To respond from principle, not panic. To narrate your own life like the hero, not the victim. And that mindset, it doesn't just protect your peace, it multiplies it. Because when you see clearly, you move powerfully. Practice 3. Voluntary discomfort. Comfort is a drug, and like all drugs, it numbs you, weakens you, and eventually, it owns you. The Stoics knew this. That's why they trained themselves to suffer, on purpose. This third practice, voluntary discomfort, is one of the most misunderstood and one of the most powerful, because while the world chases ease, the Stoic chases resilience. Take Cato, the Roman Stoic, born into wealth, raised in nobility. He could have wrapped himself in silk and stayed insulated from reality, but instead, he chose to walk barefoot, to wear rough, unfashionable clothing, to speak his mind in hostel rooms, to invite ridicule. Why? Because he refused to be soft. He understood a terrifying truth. If you don't train with hardship, you'll collapse under pressure. Seneca echoed this in his letters. Set aside a certain number of days, in which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, "Is this the condition I feared?" The goal isn't masochism, it's mental readiness. Think about your own life. When was the last time you went a day without comfort? We're surrounded by it. Climate control, endless food delivery, streaming services, convenience on demand. And yet we're more anxious, more irritable, more fragile than ever. So here's your antidote. Choose your pain before life chooses it for you. Fast for a day, sleep on the floor, take the stairs, train without your headphones, say no to dessert, wake up without hitting snooze. Every act of chosen discomfort is a vote for your future strength. You're telling your body and mind, I don't need luxury to feel okay. I can do hard things by choice. I won't be a prisoner of ease. And over time, a transformation begins. Discomfort stops being scary. Pain stops being an enemy. You stop being someone who needs everything to go right in order to perform. And that's what makes you different. While others break at the first sign of pressure, you remain. While others negotiate with challenges, you rise. Because you've trained your soul to walk through fire without flinching. And when real adversity comes, sickness, loss, heartbreak, failure, you won't have to build your strength in the middle of the storm. You'll have it ready, built, sharpened, waiting. Practice 4, evening reflection. The brutal honesty, but forges growth. The day ends, the world quiets down, your phone dims, the conversations stop, the momentum of the day finally loses its grip on your body. And now, it's just you. Not the version the world sees, not the performance, not productivity. Just the unfiltered truth of who you were today. This is where the Stoics did their real work, not in speeches, not in temples, but in the mirror of their own minds, every single night. Evening reflection. This isn't about guilt, it's not about shame, it's about refinement. Seneca, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in Rome, wrote about this habit with disarming simplicity. He said, "Each day, I scrutinize my soul. I ask, what bad habit did I overcome? What progress did I make? Where did I grow better? Where did I grow worse?" This wasn't a diary of feelings, it was a battle log, because every day is a battle for integrity, focus, patience, courage, and without reflection, you don't know if you're winning or losing. Most people live the same day, over and over. The same triggers, the same reactions, the same unconscious habits that sabotage their goals. And then they wonder why they're stuck. But not the Stoic. The Stoic reviews, replays, takes brutal inventory, not to judge, but to calibrate. So what does this look like for you? Here's the nightly ritual. Replay the day like a movie. Watch your actions without flinching. What conversations drained you? Where did your ego speak louder than your values? Ask 3 simple questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short of the person I want to be? What specific moment can I improve tomorrow? Write it down. Not for social media, not for validation, for you, so you don't forget what matters. You'll notice something strange happens after a few weeks. You begin catching yourself in the moment, because you know that tonight you'll be held accountable, not by a boss, not by a parent, but by your own conscience. And that kind of accountability, that's how character is built. Evening reflection isn't just about recognizing flaws, it's about reclaiming control. Because when you reflect, you don't just measure the gap between who you are and who you want to be, you start closing it. And here's the truth. No growth is possible without awareness, and no awareness is possible without honesty. You have to be willing to see your mess, your jealousy, your procrastination, your avoidance, your pride, and stare it in the face without looking away. That's the practice, that's the pain, that's the power, because only the brutally honest ever evolve. So tonight, before you sleep, don't numb yourself with entertainment. Don't drown in distractions. Sit in the stillness, ask the hard questions, forgive what needs forgiving, and promise yourself you'll do better tomorrow. Practice 5. The dichotomy of control. Let go. 2 words, harder to live than 1,000 philosophies combined, because deep down you've been trained by culture, by advertising, by fear, to try and control everything. Your image, your success, what people think, how fast things happen, whether life unfolds the way you planned. But the Stoics, they called this obsession by its real name: delusion. That's why they practiced the dichotomy of control, arguably the backbone of all Stoic thought. Epictetus made it unmistakably clear: some things are up to us, and some things are not. That's the dividing line. Not a suggestion, a law. There are only 2 categories in your life: what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your effort, your character. What you can't control, everything else. What people say, how they treat you, traffic, luck, timing, outcomes, weather, aging, illness, death. Most people live in constant pain because they're gripping the second list with white knuckles. They want to change people who don't want to change, force results they haven't earned, rewrite reality when it doesn't match their expectations. And the more they grip, the more it slips away. Here's what the Stoic knows: the tighter you cling to control over the uncontrollable, the more powerless you actually become. Let's bring it into your life. You post something online and get no likes. Do you spiral or move on? A friend betrays you. Do you obsess over their reasons or double down on your values? You lose a deal after months of hard work. Do you crumble or refine your approach and keep moving? The Stoic doesn't numb emotion. They feel it, they process it, but they refuse to be owned by it. And this isn't passivity, it's precision. By releasing what they can't control, they reclaim what they can: focus, discipline, fortitude, intention. This is how you move through the world like a calm storm. Here's a practice you can start today. Every time something irritates or upsets you, ask one question: is this in my control? If yes, act with full presence. If no, release it like dead weight. Do this for 30 days and you'll feel it, like mental chains snapping off, one by one. The peace people search for in books, therapy, or exotic retreats. It's hidden in that one discipline. Don't suffer over what was never yours to manage, because when you surrender the illusion of control, you finally become dangerously free. Practice 6. Negative visualization, appreciating what you still have before it's gone. Gratitude is easy when things are going well, when the sun is out, when your bills are paid, when the people you love are still answering your calls. But what happens when the storm comes? What happens when life takes something away, and you realize you never truly saw it until it vanished? This is where the Stoics practiced one of their most haunting and beautiful rituals: negative visualization. At first glance, it sounds like emotional sabotage. Why would anyone intentionally imagine losing everything? Because the Stoics understood something most people run from. You can't fully appreciate life until you realize how fragile it is. Seneca wrote, "You may embrace your wife and children as if they were going to die tomorrow, but do it with your mind clear, not out of anxiety, but out of truth." It sounds dark, but it's not fear, it's focus. Because when you remember everything you love is temporary, it sharpens your awareness like a blade. That hug from your child, not guaranteed. That morning coffee while your dog lies at your feet, not guaranteed. That annoying text from your mother, also not guaranteed. So how do you practice it? You pause, you close your eyes, and for just a few seconds, you imagine the thing you love most, gone. Your health, your mobility, your partner, your voice, your parents. You imagine waking up tomorrow, and it's no longer there. It hurts. It's heavy. You may even tear up. But in that moment, something extraordinary happens. You wake up to the miracle of now, not in a cliché Instagram quote kind of way, in a bone-deep, soul-slicing kind of way. Suddenly, the ordinary becomes sacred. The annoying becomes precious. The boring becomes beautiful. You start holding people closer. You speak more carefully. You stop waiting to feel grateful. You just are. This isn't about living in fear. It's about living with fire, with urgency, with presence. Because the Stoic knows nothing is promised. And that's not a tragedy. It's a gift. So try it tonight. Just one moment. One person. One thing. Imagine it being taken away. Then open your eyes and see it again, as if for the first time. That is how you reclaim the richness of life, without needing more, only seeing deeper. Practice 7. Amor fati, the fierce joy of loving everything that happens. There's a kind of power that can't be faked. It's not loud, not showy, not theatrical. It's quiet, rooted, almost dangerous. It's the power of someone who's looked life in the face and said, whatever happens, I'll love it. That's amor fati, the love of fate. The Stoics' final and most ferocious discipline. Not just accept what happens, not just endure it, love it. Even when it's painful, especially when it's painful. Because to the Stoic, pain is not proof that life is broken, it's proof that life is working. Teaching, sculpting, forging. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, commander of armies, father to children who died too young, wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." That's what amor fati is. Not the fire that avoids the storm, but the fire that grows stronger because of it. The betrayal? Good. It taught you clarity. The injury? Good. It gave you patience. The loss? Good. It gave you depth. The failure? Good. It showed you the real path. This mindset is not natural. It must be trained. You start small. The coffee spills. The bus is late. The call doesn't come. You don't just say it's fine. You say good. This too is part of the story. And then life tests you harder. A job disappears. A relationship collapses. A dream dies. And again, you say, amor fati. This is not the end. This is the page I didn't expect. But the story is still mine to write. This isn't toxic positivity. It's spiritual jujitsu. You're not denying the hit. You're absorbing it, flipping it, and using its momentum to move forward with more strength than before. You begin to see that life is not happening to you. It's happening through you. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this shaping in me? That shift changes everything. Your past wounds become sources of wisdom. Your setbacks become setups for reinvention. Even your regrets become roadmaps for deeper living. Amor fati is the Stoic's final frontier. Because once you love everything life throws your way, there is nothing left that can defeat you. You become untouchable because you've made peace with the unpredictable. You've kissed the storm and called it teacher. You've looked fate in the eye and said, I love you. Let's go. The transformation begins now. So now you stand at the edge, no longer just watching a video, but holding a new operating system for life. 7 daily Stoic practices, not ancient relics but living tools, tested by time, forged in fire, and now handed to you. Let's rewind for a moment. You premeditated adversity, so you're never blindsided by chaos. You master your perception, so your mind becomes your ally, not your enemy. You choose discomfort, so life's punches never knock you off center. You reflect nightly, so your soul stays sharp and self-correcting. You release what you can't control and double down on what you can. You visualize loss, so you're drenched in gratitude every single day. And finally, you love your fate, so every wound becomes a weapon for growth. This isn't just philosophy, it's your armor, it's your compass, it's your rebirth. But here's the truth. It doesn't matter what you just learned. What matters is what you do next. Will you scroll to the next video? Or will you pause and begin? Because transformation isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly, in the moment you choose to show up differently. Wake up and premeditate. Breathe and reframe. Step into discomfort. Reflect, release, appreciate. Love it all. Do it once, and you'll feel a shift. Do it daily, and you'll become unshakable. And one day, when life hits you with something so unexpected, it could level most people, you'll smile. Not because it's easy, but because you've trained for this. You've chosen the Stoic path. Not the easy one, but the true one. And now, it begins.